Alright, so today we'll be doing a very important topic from arithmetic, and that is called as ratio and proportion. So first of all, let me introduce this to you. What does it actually mean? Yeah, throat is good. No problem at all. Alright, so whenever we have two objects, so let us say there are two people, and this guy has 25 chocolates, and this girl has 45 chocolates. Is the voice low still? I don't know why it happens in my class. Tell me now. Is it fine? Okay, the two people, the guy has 25 chocolates, the girl has 45 chocolates. So, what does it mean? There are various ways to interpret this information. The first is that the absolute value that they have is 25 and 45. We can also say the ratio of the chocolates that they have is 5:9. So, how we came there? We have basically so what we're doing basically, we are just cancelling out all the common terms. 5 का multiple है ये, 5 into 5 is 25, 5 into 9 is 45. So 5:9, 5:9 is basically the ratio. Okay, we can also say that for every 5 chocolates that the guy has, girl has 9 chocolates. We can say that as well, isn't it? The various way to say that. For every 5 chocolates that the, I know you know the answer, 5:9 वो नहीं करना है. Interpret कैसे करना है information को, that is what I'm telling you. For every 5 chocolates the boy has, girl has 9 chocolates. We can also say one more thing. If there are 14 chocolates, the boy will get 5 and the girl will get 9. We can say that as well. Alright? We can also say the total number of chocolates will always be a multiple of 14. We can call it 14k. Isn't it? At the same time, we can also say that the difference in the number of chocolates between the girl and the boy will always be a multiple of 4. I put k here, k is any arbitrarily chosen constant. Okay, 14 ones are 14, 14 twos are, anything is possible. Alright, so now you can check it. 25 plus 45 is 70. 70 is a multiple of 14. Fifth multiple of 14. Okay? Difference between these two is how much? 20. 20 is a multiple of 4. Which multiple? Fifth multiple. भुवनेश्वरी अगर कॉमन फैक्टर नहीं है तो वही रेशियो हो जाएगा. Chintan, how multiple of 4? Because difference of 5 and 9 is 4. That is why. And the sum is 14. Okay? Gungun, I hope you got that. ठीक है. ये बातें बहुत जरूरी है समझना कि the total chocolates will always be a multiple of 14. The difference of the chocolates will always be a multiple of 4. That is what we are sure of. Yeah, Anshika, 5 plus 9 is 14 and 9 minus 5 is 4. The sum will be a multiple of 14. 9 और 5 का sum है ना प्रथम. Difference is 4. ठीक है. The 25 plus 45 अगर करोगे, total number of chocolates will be 70. And 70 is nothing but multiple of 14. Which multiple? Fifth multiple. And the difference, 45 minus 25 is 20. It's also a multiple of 4. Which multiple? Fifth multiple. So as you can see that k is common in both. It's a fifth multiple overall. It will always be the same multiple. Yeah, Sonia just told that what is the 25 chocolates the boy has, girl has 45 chocolates. So total number of chocolates will be sum of 5 and 9. Total number will be multiple of sum of 5 and 9, and that is 14k. And the difference will be multiple of 4, like 9 minus 5. I think all of you got it now. Okay. This is the most important thing that we need to understand. And now let us do a few questions, because this chapter would involve a lot of questions, and all the concepts will be discussed through questions only. Let's solve first one. A. The first question. All of you have got the answer. So this question is basically for making you understand that how do we use ratios. Okay, so solving it, we can say let A be 4k and let B be 5k. All right. Is that clear? K will be same. ठीक है, कौन सा मल्टीपल है? A is the kth multiple of 4 and B is the kth multiple of 5. We put it over there. So 4A is 4 into 4K plus 3 into B, that is 3 into 5K upon 3 into 4K plus 2 into 5K. I hope this is how you guys solve it, isn't it? ऐसे किया है 31K upon how much? 22K. K and K got cancelled. Answer is 31 is to 22. 31 upon 22. This is how you guys solve it. There are multiple ways. Let us discuss the other way. So now we have 4A plus 3B upon 3A plus 2B. If I divide this whole by B on the numerator as well as denominator. So I'll get 4A by B plus 3B by B. B gets cancelled. Only 3 is left. 3A by B plus 2B by B. B gets cancelled. This is what we have. And the value of A by B is known to us. That is 4 by 5. Isn't it? Put the value 4 by 5 here and get our answer. Okay? So that is what you have to do. See, when the ratio is 4 is to 5, it doesn't mean they are 4 and 5 only. They can be 20 and 25 also. So you don't know which multiple is it. That is why I put K. Clear to all of you? Tushar, very good. There are two ways. And there's one more way. What is that? Let's put A as 4 and B as 5. So 4 into 4 plus 3 into 5 upon 3 into 4 plus 2 into 5. How many of you did it this way? 31 by 22. How many of you did it this way? Share did it this way. Great. Shinchan, very good. यही है, बहुत अच्छी बात है. So let's do the second part. B. Let's do B, the second one. This one. So next we'll come to that. People are coming up with the answer. Those who have got 43 by 12 are actually wrong. सब सोच रहे होंगे छोटी सी बात है. Directly let's put 3 over x, 3 in place of x and 2 in place of y and get the answer. But the answer is cannot be determined. You cannot determine the value here. I'll tell you why. If you do it by taking k, 1 k will remain, isn't it? 1 k will remain. It won't be cancelled. By the way, the thing is, which you need to understand, समझना इस बात को. If you look at the numerator 3x square plus 4y square and denominator is 2x plus 3y, so the numerator is a second degree expression and denominator is first degree expression. You know what is degree, right? The highest power of variables. Here it is square, here it is 1. Right? Anurag, of course not. So listen to me carefully. This is the main thing that I wanted to discuss with you guys. The numerator is second degree, denominator is first degree. So what you have to write over here is, note down, ratio of, note it down, ratio of similar quantities is possible. Or you can say ratio of only similar quantities is possible. Only similar quantities is possible. All right. When I say similar quantities, that means a lot of things. First is degree should be same. Degree should be same. Bhuvneshwari, you can repeat that. Method 2 क्या बताना उसमें? Just divide by b. That's it. No, Anurag. See, similar quantities. When we say quantity, there are different things. One is degree should be same. Other is. Now tell me something. Whenever we try to, let us say you are 730 people, and I want to calculate the ratio of the weights of all of you. It is possible, right? But can I calculate the weight of one person, ratio of weight of one person to the height of the second person, to the hair color of the third person, to the color of eye of the fourth person? Right? Can I do that? To the length of nose of fifth person? To the voice of sixth person? Can you do that? Not really. So that is why now you guys understood what quantity actually means. All right? Clear to all of you? The first class on ratio. Yeah, Akanksha. It has to be similar quantities. And when degree should be same. Similar quantities में degree same तो होगी ही होगी. I'll tell you why. See, if I write, can I calculate? Would there be a possibility that we can find the ratio of the area of one circle to the side of other circle? It is not possible, isn't it? or square. So let us say we have a square and its side is this. So area will be side square. Side square upon side. Now you can see that there are not the similar quantities. So when degrees are changed, quantities will never be similar. दोनों बने साइड से ही हैं, लेकिन ऊपर साइड का स्क्वायर है, दैट इज एरिया, नीचे सिर्फ साइड है. Understood it? And that is why here the numerator was second degree, denominator was first degree. It is very much same as area upon side. I hope now it is totally clear to all of you. So when we say similar quantities, degree same तो अपने आप हो जाएगा. So that is what I needed you to understand. Solving this question is not rocket science. That is not that important. Perfect. Now you'll never forget. Numerator has an x square, Aryan. That's why you cannot find it, right? Now it's clear to all of you. Perfect. Coming to next one. So there are certain properties of ratios that we need to understand. So let's say there's a ratio a by b, then c by d, e by f, g by h, and so on. All of them are equal. All of them are equal. And let it be equal to k. Verma, ratio can be calculated, but it will be wrong because ratios are calculated only on the similar quantities. Okay, Manika Verma. ठीक है ना? Calculate तुम कर लोगी, लेकिन वो कुछ होगा नहीं. That would be nothing. Clear to all of you? Let me read a few queries. Manaswin, the first question we can take directly the values directly. Why? Because the quantities were similar. In the first question, we could take 4 and 5 directly. Why? The quantities were similar. Numerator and denominator had the same degree. That was the reason. Is it clear, Manasvi? हाँ गौरव तब कर सकते थे नीचे भी स्क्वायर होता तो right. Okay. So whenever we have something like this and all these ratios are essentially equal to, CBDs cannot be determined. क्या हो गया? CBDs cannot be determined. Why is K confusing? Who says K is confusing? Here, abhi, I gave you such a beautiful example. Still, it's confusing you. Those who could not understand K, I'll tell you what. See, when I gave an example of 25 and 45 chocolates, we calculate ratio to 5:9. What if I do not give this to you and I say that the ratio of chocolates between a boy and a girl is 5:9? Then would you be able to calculate the exact number of chocolates? Those who could not understand where from K comes, tell me. If I tell you the ratio of chocolates between a boy and a girl is 5:9, we won't be able to calculate it. But there's one thing that we surely know, that the real number of chocolates would be multiple of 5, any multiple of 5. 5 into 1, 5 into 2, 5 into 3, 5 into 4. So I just wrote K over there. K can be anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anything, right? This will be 9K. Is that clear now? Why K is being used? We call it arbitrary constants. The constants that we choose arbitrarily. What is arbitrary? Arbitrary is random, without any bias. We choose things at random. Arbitrary. I just chose it arbitrarily. Ronak, it cannot be negative. No. Because ratio between two things have to be there. Negative things are not possible. There can never be -2 chocolates. Right? Got it? Ratios are never negative. It is not possible at all. Clear to everyone? Great. Okay, so we were discussing about this. This is the property. Note it down somewhere. A by D is equal to C by D is E by F is G by H, and let there be a lot of ratio like this, all of them equal to K. Then if I add all the numerators A plus C plus E plus G, divide by sum of all the denominators, will again get K only. Clear? खुशी of course not. Zero पे नहीं होगा ना. अब अगर तुम्हारे पास एक भी चॉकलेट नहीं है तो रेशियो निकालूं किस बात का? है ना? मेरे पास 5 पास 0, तो रेशियो 0 हो गया. 0 is also not possible. Okay. The second one says, in this, if I multiply all the numerators by some values P, Q, R, and the denominator the same value P, Q, R, again, it will be equal to K only. Just note it down. These are a few properties. Alright? Similarly, if I multiply and put some power, this is in power. Okay? So, this will be equal to K to the power N. Clear? P is any constant. P, Q, R, they are any constants. It may 2, 3, 4, whatever. Okay, just like K. An arbitrarily chosen constant. Subtraction and add ka. P, Q, R are arbitrarily chosen constants. Abhishek, kuch go. Example. Let us take an example. So, 2 by 3 is equal to 4 by 6. Right? Is equal to, let's say, 6 by 9. Okay. Alright. This is equal to K. You can take the example on your own. Batista. Barista nahi, Batista hai wo. It's not barista. Barista coffee hai. So if I now see, if I add them all, 2 plus 4 plus 6 upon 3 plus 6 plus 9, I'll get K only when calculated. By the way, even if we don't calculate it, let's take 2 common and 3 common. See, the moment we take common, everything gets cancelled, we get 2 by 3 only. That is equal to K. I hope it's clear now. n should be same. Divya, if I am using n, that means it is same. सिर्फ n लिखा है ना, सेम ही होगा, वरना मैं m लिखता. समझ गई? बहुत अच्छी बात है. चलो. Now let us try to solve this question. P upon q plus r minus p is equal to q upon p plus r minus q is equal to r upon p plus q minus r. That is equal to k. So what can be the value of k from these options? Elaine Rose, by the way, you have got such a nice name. 2 by 3 is k, no? Write it 0.6666. Cool enough. See, if Jasmine is called as Rose, Rose will be called as Jasmine only. Right? So if 2 by 3 is k, then k is 2 by 3. I hope you get it. So smart people in the chat box. Everyone has got the answer. Great. Right. There are 741 people over here. And a lot of you have got the answer, some have not got. Chintan nahi aaya na? Those who have got the answer, congratulations. Those who haven't got the answer, I'm going to solve it for them. Okay, so as you can see, all of these ratios are equal and they're equal to k. So tell me something. Let me take this, the first ratio first of all, that is p upon q plus r minus p is equal to k. So can I say that p is equal to k times q plus r minus p? Yes or no? I can say that. Any problem there? I can say that, right? Let this be question number 1. Let me take a second ratio, this one. So likewise, q will be equal to k times p plus r minus q. Let this be question number 2. From second, is it clear? Just writing it like this. So I'm sending denominator in the right hand side. It's getting multiplied. Cool. Let us equate these two. So the value of r will be equal to how much? K times p plus q minus r let this be equation number 3. Now if I add them all, equation 1 plus equation 2 plus equation 3, the left hand side I'll get p plus q plus r. This will be equal to, let's take k common. So this will be how much? As you can see, if I add them all, I'll get q minus q plus q. I'll get only one q, only one r and only one p. Yes or no? Right? Is that right? Is it clear to all of you? Yes or no? Just writing p, q, r in the same sequence so that you don't get confused. Is it clear till here, all of you? Great. People have got 1 as the answer. So what they must have done, they must have cancelled these two out and got the answer. Is this how you did it? When he says why add, when I added, that's a good question actually. See, basically, when we had all of this, on the right hand side, I can see that we have all the elements 3 times, 2 times positive, 1 times negative. So I understand when I add them up, 2 will be cancelled. 2 elements will be cancelled. So basically, it will be easy for me to calculate. Right? If I do any other operation, it will become very difficult. Now, is it clear to all of you? Nandita, now I think it seems clear to all of you. First property, cool. Nandita and Gayatri, very good. So what's the answer? Everybody got it? Wow. So are you feeling happy? Today we solved the answer questions. The first question was not even a question, the first one. That was a concept build. This is an actual question. Tell me something. You guys are happy? Adka, which part? Now you can understand. No, things are in front of you. So if you are very happy, then unfortunately, I would tell you that all of you are wrong. All of you are wrong. All of you are wrong. This question would tell you something which is going to help you a lot in understanding how variables behave. See, before trying to understand this one, let me tell you something. Do I have all your focus? Do not do anything else, just try to listen to me very carefully. So let me have all the focus, and before solving this, I'll tell you something. Okay. This is more moment. Okay, so this is the rough work. I'm going to do something over here. Tell me something. If I write x is equal to root 4, then what is the value of x? Tell me. Tulika will come to that. You are right. So, people are saying x is equal to plus 2 or minus 2, but the reality is it's only 2. Minus 2 is wrong over here. Minus 2 is wrong. Today I'm going to change your perspective about mathematics. If I say x square is equal to 4, in this case, x will be equal to plus 2 or minus 2. In this case, we have both the answers, plus 2 and minus 2. In this case, we have only one answer. Now you might be thinking, why? बात तो एक ही तुम बोलोगे कि भाई दोनों को square करो तो both sides will get the same equation, isn't it? But not really. Not really. I'll tell you why. See, here what is very much important, that degree of the variable. Here the degree is 1, right? Power is 1, so we can have only one answer. Here degree is 2, so we'll have 2 answers. All right? Shweta will come to that. All right? Okay. Clear? Take it. One more illustration. If I say x is equal to 2, so can I say x square equal to 2x? Can I say that? If x is equal to 2, then is x square equal to 2x? Yes or no? Can we say that? Can we say that? दीक्षा वही तो समझा रहा हूँ, ये कॉन्फिडेंस की बात ही नहीं है. जस्ट आस्किंग यू, अगर मैं कहता हूँ x 2 के बराबर है तो क्या x square 2 के बराबर है? इतना बताना, यस और नो बोलना. इसमें समझने की जरूरत है नहीं. The answer is no. It won't be possible. Here I'm going to tell you something very important. See, so a lot of people might think if x equal to 2, multiplying both sides by x, we'll get x equal to 2x. But the problem is that you cannot multiply both sides by x. Basically, you cannot multiply both sides by a variable. Never in your life. If someone says x equal to y, then 2x will be equal to y. So here we have multiplied both sides by 2. Multiplying by constant is allowed, but multiplying by variable is not allowed. Why? Why, Tushar? Right. Why? Because variables की value पता ही नहीं है. There is a possibility that variable was equal to 0. What if it becomes equal to 0? So, see, if x is equal to 2, इसको देखते हैं. X square is equal to 2x. So there are two possibilities. X can be 0, x can be 2 also, isn't it? Right? You put 0, you get the equation satisfied. You put 2, again equation will be satisfied. So, in this case, we are getting two values of x. Here it is only one value of x, so that is not possible. Essentially, the main thing that you need to note down and understand is this, that you cannot multiply both sides of equation by any variable. That's it. When just multiply by constants. इतना लिख दो. All right? मैं repeat कर रहा हूँ. See, I'm repeating. If x square is equal to 2x, then x will be 2 is not the complete answer. Reverse is not possible because in this case, x can be 0, x can be 2. Both are possible. Put it here. Put x as 0. 0 square is equal to 2 into 0. Satisfy कर रहा है ना equation 0 से भी और 2 से भी कर रहा है. 2 से भी कर रहा है. ऐड का तुम सोच के बैठे समझ में नहीं आएगा. इतना सिंपल तो है भाई. यार मैं फिर से बता देता हूँ एक बार ठीक है. x square is 2x. Bringing it here, x square minus 2x equal to 0. Taking x common, I will get x into x minus 2 is equal to 0. अब ठीक है. So either x is 0 or x minus 2 is 0. यही होता है ना, which means x equal to 2. Now it makes sense. So if x square is 2x, then x can be 0 as well as 2. But if I write x equal to 2, then this will not be true because one more value will come. All I'm saying is that you cannot multiply both sides by a variable. छोड़ दो इन सारी बातों को, जितना लिख लो. Just write that you cannot multiply. When we come to algebra, these things will be again, kind of taught to you. But here it was important, that's what I told you. You cannot multiply both sides of the equation by a variable. लिख लिया? Add का, now you got it. Thanks. तुषार समझ सबको आ चुका है. रट्टा नहीं मारना है. मतलब पढ़ाने का फायदा क्या? रट्टा ही मारना पड़ेगा तो. वही तो करते आ रहे थे आज तक. My agenda is to make you guys understand logically. यश मैं गुस्सा नहीं हो रहा था. Alright? तो नोट कर लिया आप लोगों ने? Just tell me this. Have you noted this down? You cannot multiply both sides by a variable. ठीक है? ये नोट कर दिया ना, ये बताओ बस. अच्छा, तो what I'm saying, if you cannot multiply both sides of an equation by a variable, that means you cannot divide both sides by a variable also. Yes or no? Because division is nothing but multiplication of inverse. Right? Yeah? Can I say that? If multiplication is not allowed, then division will also be not allowed. Understood? Because division होता क्या है? If I divide something by 2, basically multiplying it by 1 by 2. Division is multiplication का inverse. If division is not allowed, so cancellation is also not allowed. When we cancel things across the both sides of equation, when we cancel, basically we are dividing. So when you cancel this, mathematically you are dividing both sides by p plus q plus r, right? And इतना लंबा ज्ञान मैंने क्यों दिया है ये समझाने के लिए कि ये आप नहीं कर सकते. You cannot divide both sides by a variable, and p, q, r are basically variables. Clear? Now, is it clear to all of you? I hope yes. But we'll come to that. So what has to be done? Basically, I'll send this over there. If I send it over there, so 0 will be equal to k times p plus q plus r minus p plus q plus r. That is what we have. Taking p plus q plus r common, we'll have k minus 1 in the bracket is equal to 0. Is this step clear to all of you? Chintan, wait. Let me complete the steps. I wish that's a clever comment. Right? So I just took p plus q plus r common. Inside the bracket I have k minus 1. Look at this, everyone. Absorb the information, I'll wait for 20 seconds. ठीक है. So समझ नहीं आया, कोई बात नहीं, समझा देते हैं. This is k times p plus q plus r. This is minus p plus q plus r. So I took p plus q plus r common from both. यहाँ k बच जाएगा, यहाँ minus 1 ही तो बचेगा, है ना? Shruti and everyone. Clear? Sahil will come to that. Wait. Let's get this through, then we'll come to that also. What you're asking. ये तो आता ही है ना भाई, माइनस तो बचेगा. तुम लोग क्या हो गया, तुम लोग मेरी क्लास में डरते हो क्या? जो लोग बोलते हैं ये इतनी छोटी बात समझ में नहीं आती तो ध्यान से देखते नहीं हो. जो घबरा के कैट तो निकलेगा नहीं. सिंपल बातों पे सवाल पूछोगे, इसका मतलब मुझे मालूम पड़ रहा है कि बेसिकली यू गाइस आर समहाउ नर्वस. Why minus? खुशी, what are you exactly asking? अरे from the left hand side I have sent it to right hand side, तो माइनस ही तो होगा ना. खुशी, yes or no? खुशी, if something goes from left to right in the equation, if it is यहाँ पे प्लस है, वहाँ माइनस ही तो होगा. यही पूछ रही थी ना तुम, समझ में आ गया ना? चलो आगे बढ़ सकते हैं अब हम. Okay. So this is the equation in the end, and now we have to solve it. Okay. Can I erase this all? I hope you didn't. Yeah, Shubham, that's what I'm waiting for, man. So p plus q plus r, the last thing was p plus q plus r times k minus 1 is equal to 0. Now we have, अब ये बोलना कि मैं यहाँ पे either this or 0 क्यों करूँगा? I think you know it, no? Everyone. Either p plus q plus r equal to 0 or k minus 1 equal to 0. You know this, right? All of you know it, no? Should I tell you? There are two expressions, p plus q plus r and k minus 1, whose product is equal to 0. That means one of them has to be 0. ठीक है ना? हाँ, चलो. Thank you. Well, so k minus 1 is 0. That means k is equal to 1, and that is the answer that you guys got. But what if p plus q plus r was 0? Then you must have missed on one answer at least. So that means p plus q will be equal to minus r. Can I say that? Of course I can say that. P plus q is equal to minus r. It's not violating first property. Wait, we'll come to that. I told you, I'll come to that. P plus q is equal to minus r. Can I replace it minus r anywhere? I can replace it here in this last one, which is equal to k only. So from this, I can see that r upon p plus q minus r is equal to, get given in the question. Replacing p plus q with minus r, I'll get r upon minus r is equal to k. So r upon minus 2r is equal to k. Now here we can cancel because r is the same thing and it's not 0. Okay. So the other value of k is what? Minus 1 by 2. So we got two values of k. One is 1, other is minus 1 by 2. Answer is D. More than one of the above. सीमा वो भी हो सकता है, वो भी हो सकता है. Yes, Gaurav, but that will take a lot of time, no? क्या समझ नहीं आया आकांक्षा and Shaifuddin? Getting confused when we cannot cancel. Okay. Akanksha is one thing for sure, isn't it? P plus q plus r is 0. Right? P plus q plus r is 0. Can be 0. That's why we cannot cancel it. Alright? But r is not 0. So r upon minus 2r, we can cancel when the things cannot be equal to 0. Alright, Akanksha? That's the only thing. Wait, I'll just write in the question also. P, Q, R are non-zero values. Okay? This will be given in the question. If it is not given, we'll consider it to be non-zero only. ठीक है, Akanksha? Now you got it. And Shaifuddin, you got it now? Okay, you can't understand Diksha because there's a lot of information here. So now I'll repeat the entire question once again quickly. See, solving these two, p upon this equal to k, we can write p is equal to k times q plus r minus p. I'm repeating it all. First and this second ratio से क्या आएगा? Q is equal to k times p plus r minus q. Third one I'll get r is equal to k times p plus q minus r. If I add all of them, the left hand side I'll get p plus q plus r. The right hand side I'll get k times p plus q plus r. Okay? Is that clear? Ramu will come to that. No, Jay Gupta, p plus q plus r will be equal, but it can be 0 also now. If it is 0, then you're missing out on one digit, one answer altogether. Jay, that's why you cannot do that. Yeah, Anurag. Exactly. Property is something which is used to understand the given ratios. But there are some algebra also involved in it. No? So our general assumption is that it can be 0 if it is not given. Okay? Right hand side explain करूँ. Shaifuddin, क्या हो गया? इन तीनों को ऐड नहीं कर पा रहे हो? मैं करूँ ऐड. चलो k कॉमन निकाल लिया. If I add them all, in the bracket we have q plus r minus p. पहला, फिर दूसरा आएगा. Plus p plus r minus q. फिर तीसरा आएगा. Plus p plus q minus r. अब ठीक है? अब समझ में आ रहा है? ये q, ये माइनस q कट गया, ये r and ये माइनस r कट चुका है. माइनस p and p कट गया. बचा क्या? r, p और q. अब समझ में आ गया सबको? अरे प्रत्युष गुस्सा नहीं हो रहा हूँ, बस तेज बोल रहा हूँ समझाने के लिए. क्योंकि अगर कोई चीज बार-बार बोलने समझ में नहीं आ रही, इसका मतलब सुन नहीं रहे हो, तेज बोलना पड़ता है. इट्स नॉट गुस्सा, डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. Yeah. Next question. बानी ब्रदर, कॉम्पोनेंट डिविडेंड से कुछ होगा ही नहीं, आप करके देख लो. You'll make it more complex. If you do it by C and D, you'll make it more complex. Akriti, you can just, watch it all over again. Timestamp is 40 minutes. Just wait 2 minutes and you'll get to know. See, certain times things need to be revised. When you're in school, you wrote the notes. After that, you came home and revised it, isn't it? So revise it. Still don't get it, then ask me. Otherwise, we'll be stuck on the same question for infinite amount of time, which is not, it's not going to help. विदुषी, प्रॉपर्टी का मतलब पता है क्या होता है? उस प्रॉपर्टी से आपका एक आंसर आ गया, बट जरूरी नहीं है कि दूसरा आंसर भी आ जाए. सी, if that's right, it's not. Yeah, Vidushi, right. Yes, Abhishek. In that case, we can. In a bag, there are a number of toys, blocks with alphabets A, B, C, and D written on them. The ratio of blocks A is to B, is to C, is to D, is in the ratio of 4 is to 7 is 3 is to 1. If the number of A blocks is 50, more than number of C blocks, what is the number of B blocks? I think that's a very easy question. All of you must have got it. So A blocks, how many blocks were there? How many were there? 4K. B, how many were there? 7K. C were 3K, and D were K. Right? The ratio is 4 is 7 to 3 is to 1, so I just put K over there. A is 50 more than C. That means A minus C is equal to 50. Putting it in form of K, 4K minus 3K is equal to 50, which means K is equal to 50. To find number of B blocks is 7K. So 7K will be how much? 7 into 50 is 350. An easy question. And now you know how to make statements and equations, solve it. Great. M are variables only. If it is not given, it has to be variable, right? 50 how? Gungun, question में लिखा है. Gungun, question पढ़ तो लो. Please read the question. It's given in the question. Last statement. If the number of A blocks is 50 more than the number of C blocks. Yeah, Samprati, I wanted to tell that, but let's deal with the very basic stuff first of all. Why A minus C? अक्षर why A minus C? अक्षर क्वेश्चन पढ़ लिया आपने? A C से 50 ज्यादा है. इसका क्या मतलब है? कि A minus C 50 है ना? Akanksha with practice. Okay. If I want to do it without using any kind of, without using pen or paper, then how can I do it? Want to know that? Do you guys want to know that? A is how much more than C in terms of ratio? 1 unit, right? A is 1 unit more than C in terms of ratios. Okay. This 1 unit is equivalent to 50 in the real world. All right. So every unit is 50 in the real world. Batana kya B block is 7. So 7 will be equal to how much? If 1 is 50, 7 will be equal to 7 into 50 is 350. And we got the answer. This is something which we can do mentally without using pen or paper. Shinchan, we are going to that only. See, the people who found the second question difficult, it's not difficult, just that a new concept has been told to you, which probably did not know earlier. That is why it is looking difficult, but it's not difficult. If you revise it again, it'll be simple. That's it. And you're here to learn new things. You're not here to get an approval that you know things. Do you understand this? If I tell you things that you already know, then there'll be no learning at all. So always be open to learning and revise things. Then come back and ask if still you don't get after revision. That is how the flow of learning should be. Anyways, coming to next one. Okay, now merging ratio is a concept. See, it's given that A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3, and B is to C is given as 5 is to 7. You find the value of A is to B is to C. Try to find it out, all of you. Yes, Rakesh. Right. All right. So there are various ways to do it, but the best way is to trying to understand what is common. So if I note it down again, A is to B, here we have B is to C. All right, this is 2 is to 3, and this is 5 is to 7. So what is common in these two ratios? Which part is common? B is common, isn't it? B is common, right? And that is where we are going to find our answer. B is common. So here B is 3, I'll multiply this whole by 3, and here it is 5, I'll multiply this whole by 5. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to have the same exact number for both the B's. So they become 10 is to 15, here it is 15 is to 21. Now B, so B is common here, and now B is common here as well. So our answer is 10 is to 15 is to 21. Is that clear, everyone? Basically, we are, if you find the common value, you'll get the answer. Clear to all of you? This one, see, so A is to B is 2 is to 3. B is to C is how much? 4 is to 5. C is to D is 1 is to 3. We need to find A is to B is to C is to D. In this question, automatically you will understand for both of them. Okay, so let us try to do it from the right hand side. Let's make C common. Okay, so I can multiply this whole by 5 and this whole by only 1. This becomes 5 is to 15. This becomes 4 is to 5. Here B is common. We have 3 here, we have 4 here. So we'll multiply this by 4 and this by 3, right? But the moment we do it, this C becomes 3 into 5, 15. So we need to multiply this also by 3. Now we will get the answer. So 4 into 2 is to 3. So A is to B becomes 8 is to 12. B is to C becomes how much? 3 into 4. 12 is to 15. And C is to D becomes 15 is to 45. So we got the answer. 8 is to 12 is to 15 is to 45. Here, I think all of you have done it. There's no problem at all. Right. Chintan, 2 at a time karna chahiye. 2 at a time. Okay. And we can do it in one more way. So I'll tell you what I do. I don't do it this way. I'll tell you my way, okay? See. So what I do something really cool. So here we have A by B, then we have B by C, then we have C by D. A by B is 2 by 3, B by C is 4 by 5, and C by D is 1 by 3. So when I look at this, I get to know that B is common, C is common. So if I multiply them all, these guys B and C will be gone. And all we have is A upon D, which is equal to 8 upon 45. Now is it clear to all of you? So we got the value of A and D. Nandita, see, you'll get it now. Is this clear? That's a cool thing to do. The moment we do it, we'll get the answer. Kaise? So now we have A as 8 and D as 45. All right. See, now everything will fall in place easily. Akanksha, not audible? We got value of A as 8 and D is 45. So see, what is happening? A becomes 8. A becomes 8. Swati, you said, can you please what? Where is the verb in this statement? The nouns are there, there's no verb. Can you please what? Wow. Can you please gap, repeat, fill gap, fill again. Okay, yeah, I told you that A by B, B by C, and C by D, if I multiply them all, B and C will get cancelled. Okay. When I multiplied B and C are gone, A and D are left, that is 8 by 45. Yes, सबको clear हो चुका है, isn't it? So once this is clear, rest everything falls in place. See, A is 8 and D is 45. Now see what I'm going to do over here. You'll enjoy it. What is A in the terms of ratio? It is 2. In reality, it is 8. That means a multiplication of 4 has happened. Multiplication of 4 has happened here. So if you multiply this by 4, this becomes 12. Here, this becomes 12. So A becomes 8, B becomes 12. Here, B becomes 12. Kaise? 4 into 3. Multiply this by 3, you'll get 15. All right. C becomes 15. Here it was 1. That means 15 times hua hai. So 3 multiplied by 15, 45, and you got the answer. Is that clear, everyone? That is an easy way. Mentally, you can calculate. I hope it's clear to all of you now. Yes, Akriti, you can do the same for the first sum as well. The next one. 3 card players, Amar, Bharat, and Chirag started playing cards. At the beginning of the games, the amount of money each had was in the ratio 7 is to 65. At the end of the games, ratio was this. One of the players won rupees 1200. Which player won the highest amount? You have 3 minutes for this one. This is a real question. अच्छा सवाल है ये. इसको try करो. और देख लेना रिपीट करके, वरना पता है बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा. इतने सारे सवाल कराने अच्छे समझ में तो आपको आ ही गया ना वो. You have 3 minutes. Nobody will disturb anyone. Solve it. आकाश भाई मल्टीप्लाइंग 1845 केम, सिर्फ मल्टीप्लाई किया है, आप भी मल्टीप्लाई करो, क्लियर हो जाएगा। All right, so let's try to solve it. Have you guys played cards ever? Have you guys played cards? When you play cards, let's say 3 of you are playing cards, and the amount of money that all of you had combined in the beginning will be same as the combined money in the end. Yes or no? Some will lose, some will win. Right? If you have not played, that is common sense. If you start with combined 300, so in the end it will be same. Total amount will be same. See, so what happened? Initially, the amount was, initial amount was how much? 7a, I'm using a here, not k. 7a plus 6a plus 5a is equal to how much? 18a. That was the initial amount. And the final amount was 6b plus 5b plus 4b, because the multiple has changed. That is 15b. So earlier, initially, the amount was a multiple of 18, and finally, the amount was a multiple of 15, which means the amount is a multiple of both 18 and 15. Can we say that? Can we say that? Yes or no? Total amount will be same initially or finally. So it is a the amount is basically a multiple of both 18 and 15. So we can say the amount is an LCM of both 18 and 15. Multiple of LCM of 18 and 15. So basically, if you calculate the LCM of 18 and 15, LCM will be 90. So amount is a multiple of 90. That is what we are sure of. That is what we are sure of. I didn't multiple of LCM of 18 and 15. So now we know that the amount is a multiple of what? 90. Okay, now we are going to do the calculations. ABC. Amar had 7, Bharat had 6, Chirag had 5 initially, and then they had 6, 5, and 4. Here the sum is 18, here the sum is 15, and it has to be multiple of 90. कैसे मिलेगा? If I multiply 18 with 5, I'll get 90, yes or no? If I multiply 15 with 6, I'll get 90. So if I multiply this by 5, total amount, I'll have to multiply all of this by 5, into 5, into 5, into 5. Here into 6, into 6, into 6, right? Right? Is that understandable? Clear, all of you? So Amar had something which is a multiple of 35. मैं 35 के वगैरह लिख दिया, 35 लिख दे रहा हूँ, ठीक है, प्रॉब्लम नहीं चाहिए. B 30 and C is 25. now he has 36. This guy has 30. This guy has 24. So initially, Amar had 35. Now he has 36. He has won. Bharat has neither won nor lost. Chirag has lost. The question says who wins the highest amount. देखो यहाँ पे 1200 लिखा है ना, ये कंफ्यूज करने के लिए, जरूरत नहीं है इसकी. Only one player has won, that is Amar. That's it. So highest की बात ही नहीं है. अकेला जो रेस दौड़ेगा वो तो जीतेगा ही ना. Sarthak, 1 unit is 1200. Shweta is asking why initial final amount will be same. Shweta, there is a way to solve things of arithmetic by kind of putting yourself in the game. Putting yourself in the game. No, Pranav, don't do it that way. चलो मैं थोड़ा सा अलग तरीके से करता हूँ. अमर, भरत and Chirag. Let us say अमर के पास in terms of ratios 7 units थे. Bharat had 6 units, Chirag had 5 units, and in the end, Amar had 6 units, Bharat had 5 units, Chirag had 4 units. By the way, there's one thing that we understand, all of us. Yes or no? That if 3 people are coming with some amount of money and they play a game, so some people will lose, some will win. Isn't it? That is going to happen. That is for sure is going to happen. तो पैसा कहीं और से तो आएगा नहीं, आसमान से गिरेगा नहीं. नहीं भगवान आए ले पैसे और ले ले, ऐसा तो होगा नहीं. कुछ चुरा के भी नहीं भागेगा. So whatever money they brought on the table, the same money will be going from the table. The difference will be that people would not be returning with the same amount of money. As simple as that. Here the sum is 18. Here the sum is 15. All right. Now we know that the total should be same. Total should be same. To make it same, I chose the least common multiple. Why least common multiple? Because it is least and it is easy to calculate. That's it. So LCM of 18 and 15 is 90. How we make something 90? How we make 18 as 90 by multiplying it by 5, and 15 will be 90 by multiplying it by 6. So this entire set multiplied by 5 each, this becomes 35, 7 5 35, 6 5s are 30, 5 5s are 25, and this by 6. So 6 5s are 30, 6 6 are 36, 5 6 are 30, and 4 6 are 24. All right? That's it. Only one player has won. Amar के पास in terms of ratio 1 unit extra आ चुका है. Bharat came with 30 units. He again has 30 units only. Chirag came with 25 units. He has 24 units. See, it is balanced. Chirag lost 1. Amar gained 1. Bharat lost nothing. Bharat gained nothing. Chirag का loss Amar का फायदा हो गया. अब एक ही बंदे का फायदा हुआ है तो वही highest होगा. That's it. So this 1200 was for confusing you. Okay, now coming to next question. हर्ष हाँ वो पहले वही किया था लेकिन चलो ये भी समझ में आ गया. Kaushik, there are only 3 players, and that is why there is no 4th player at all. That is total amount will be same. Manasvi, just to calculate it easily, because we have to make it same. तो 18 and 15 का कोई ऐसा मल्टीपल ले लो जो सेम हो दोनों में ही, जो 18 टेबल में भी आता हो 15 टेबल में भी आता हो. That is 90 only. 18 5s are 90, 6 are 90. You can take 180 also. You can take any multiple of 90. Got it, Manasvi? Wait. So now the next property of ratio. देख के डर लग रहा होगा ये सिंपल कर देता हूं मैं. If a by b is less than 1, basically a by b is a proper fraction. You know what's a proper fraction? Do you? What is proper fraction? Where numerator is less than denominator. Okay. For example, 2 by 3. For example, 2 by 3. So now if I add anything to it, something, I have added x that is greater than 0. So let me add 1 to it. Let me add 1. So 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, if I do it, I have 3 upon 4. So if I add 1 to it, we can see 3 by 4 is greater than 2 by 3, isn't it? Isn't it? That's a property. So whenever you have a proper fraction, if you add the same value to the numerator and the denominator, the fraction will increase. And if you subtract something, the fraction will decrease. Is that clear? Similarly, if we have an improper fraction, for example, 3 by 2, if I add 1 to both of them, it becomes 4 by 3. Now it has become lesser. So now, it's just the reverse of the previous condition. Clear? With example, you have seen it. This is the property. You can note it down. And now there's no doubt, I think. It's clear to all of you, probably. Clear to everyone? Arpita, this will come with practice. Don't worry. Sometime I'll come live and give you some kind of motivation. Let us try to solve this question. I'll rewrite it. A plus b upon c is equal to b plus c upon a is equal to a plus c upon b is equal to k. I'm writing already that a, b, c, none of them is equal to 0. Okay? By the way, it makes sense. If it is equal to 0, this becomes infinite. तो लिखो ना लिखो फर्क नहीं पड़ता, लिख दिया मैंने. Nothing is equal. Neither a nor b nor c is equal to 0. This is what is given to you, and they have asked you what is sum of the value or the values of k. Here, try to find this out. No, Suyash. You'll have to equate them by finding the LCM. Wow. So people have come up with their answers. चिंतन कमाल की बात है. One point five. In the group. आ गया. आवाज भी आने लगी. ठीक है. Okay. All right. Am I audible? So those thanks. So those who quit the chat thinking that the class will not resume, if you know them, please bring them back. In fact, I'll just ask someone to message the group. All right. So I was saying that the same problem is happening again. एक बार ग्रुप में फिर से लिख दो कि the class is live again. Okay, okay. Okay. So thing is, what we did earlier is going to help us over here. So we can take a plus b plus c common. All right. We can take a plus b plus c common as we did earlier. क्या मिलेगा? K minus 2 times a plus b plus c is equal to 0, right? I think all of you have got it now. So either k minus 2 is 0, or we can say k is 2, or a plus b plus c is equal to 0, which means a plus b is equal to minus c. I can put this value where? Here. All right? I think all of you got it now. We put a plus b as minus c, you'll get minus 1. So k, we will have k, two values for k. One is minus 1, other is 2. Sum of the values of k will be 2 plus minus 1, that is equal to 1. Correct answer is 1, not 2. Here. Very good. देखा थोड़ा टाइम मिला, सबने कर लिया अपने आप. Next, 10 years ago, the ratio of ages of a woman and her daughter was 3:2. Which of the following cannot be ratio of their ages 5 years from now? The answer is 1, Manu. 2 and minus 1. Add them up, you will get 1. No, Vinit. और की मेथड क्या होगा? इतना अच्छा मेथड था तू. चलो ये को जल्दी से. This question. Ten years ago, the ratio was 3:2. That means 10 years ago, if the woman was 3k years old, daughter was 2k years old. That is 10 years ago. So right now they are 3k plus 10 and 2k plus 10. Right? We can see that. Yes or no? And 5 years from now. So this is what they're asking about. 3k plus 15 upon 2k plus 15 is what they're asking now. Right? How many of you could not understand this? Like you cannot approach this question? I think a lot of you have done it already. Tell me something, if you actually do it, and it is saying which of the following, when they say which of the following, that means we have to use the options. इनमें से क्या? Start putting the options one by one and keep on checking, you will waste 5 to 10 minutes, isn't it? This question is going to waste a lot of time. And if your luck is bad, then what if last okay. So here the property will come into play. See, in the past the ratio was 3/2. In future, this ratio will increase or decrease. So we just discussed the concept. If we have an improper fraction and if I add the same value in the numerator as the denominator, the value reduces, isn't it? So whatever the correct answer is has to be less than 3/2, isn't it? Less than 3/2. कुछ भी समझ नहीं आया, इतना रूटली कैसे कुछ भी समझ नहीं आया, ऐसे मत लिया, it hurts me a lot. I'm very emotional about it. I'm kidding. See, थोड़ी देर पहले we were discussing these properties, right? Look at this. If a by b is greater than 1, then a plus x upon b plus c is less than a by b. We discussed it. Here the ratio is 7/3 in the past. In future, it will decrease, isn't it? It is going to decrease. अभी repeat कर रहा हूँ मैं, right? What is 7/3? 7/3 is 2.33. So whatever the correct answer should be, 7/3 क्यों लिख रहा हूँ मैं? 3/2 होगा ना? 3 is to 2. 3/2 is equal to 1.5. So our answer should be less than 1.5. Okay? 6/5 is 1.2. 7/3 is 2.33. 8/7 is 1.14. 11/9 is 1 point, how much? 2 something, right? So, only B was not possible. The ratio, the value cannot increase, it has to decrease. It should not be more than 1.5. Clear? Chalo, very good. नहीं जाए उल्टा सही हो. So, by the way, this property comes in very handy. If you do not know that property, then you will be stuck with this question. This question can become very difficult if you don't know the property, isn't it? So, come to the next one. 10 years ago, ratio of mother and daughter was 7:3. Which of the following cannot be the ratio 10 years later? Arpita, in question it was said which of the following. When they say the following options will be there. Okay. Pratham, we did not go by option, no. When they say which of the following, it means that you have to use the option. Because there are multiple answers possible. Alright. So the answer should be less than 7/3. The following cannot be pucha gaya. If it is more than that, you won't be getting the answer. 2/1 is 2 only, 5/2 is 2.5, 3/2 is 1.5, 2.5 is more than 7/3, it is not possible. Clear? Okay, so this property has been, I think all of you have understood this property completely. One more. The ratio of incomes of A and B is 3/4. Each of them spends a part of his income and saves the rest. The ratio of expenditure is 2/3, whose savings as a proportion of his income are higher. Okay, try to solve this, you have 2 minutes. Okay, so I can see 3 different kind of replies. Some are saying A, some are saying equal, some are saying determine ही नहीं हो सकता. Okay, let's try it out. So let me write a few things over here. Income, expenditure, and saving. For two guys, they are A and B. Income of A, let it be 3A. Income of B, let it be 4A. Expenditure of A, let it be 2B. Expenditure of B, let it be 3B. The saving will be 3A minus 2B for the first person and 4A minus 3B for the second person, right? So far, so good. Okay, the question says whose savings as a proportion of his income are higher? Basically, 3A minus 2B, income is 3A, upon 3A, this is higher, or 4A minus 3B upon 4A is higher. What is higher? That is what we have to calculate over here, isn't it? Isn't it? I think some queries there, previous question. Okay, I'll see that again. Let us discuss this one first. So how to determine that which one is lesser, which one is higher? क्या करें? What should be done? कुछ दिमाग में आ रहा है? Divya says A's would be higher. Why, Divya? Why do you think so? चलो एक काम करते हैं. Now, I'm going to do something which is very logical, and you are going to enjoy it for sure. So we are focusing on these two elements. This is the first person A, this is the second person B. I'm doing one thing. ध्यान सुनना. I'm assuming कर लेते हैं. I'm assuming that saving of B is 0. I'm assuming that saving of B is 0. All right? So Ranjana, see. I'm assuming that saving of B is 0. ठीक है? 4A minus 3B is equal to 0. Which means 4A is equal to 3B. All right? All right? Which also means A is equal to 3B by 4. So far, so good. Clear? Now, what I've assumed? I've assumed the saving of B, the saving of B is 0. If I assume saving of B is 0, then A is equal to 3B by 4. I'll put this value of A here, and try to find what happens. Let us put it over here. Okay? So I put 3B by 4 here. What do I get? 3 into 3B by 4 minus 2B upon 3 into 3B by 4. Calculate it. 9B by 4 minus 2B. That will be B by 4. Whole upon 9B by 4. B by 4 gets cancelled. We have 1 by 9. All right? We have 1 by 9. See, I'll tell you why I assumed it. So we have 1 by 9. Okay. Now, what if I assume that saving of A is 0? That means 3A minus 2B is 0. Which means A is equal to 2B by 3. Now I'll try to put this A is 2B by 3 here in B. Okay, what do I get? 4 into 2B by 3 minus 3B upon 4 into 2B by 3. Okay? Shinchan हाँ कर सकते थे. रुको. So what do I get here? I'll get negative, isn't it? This becomes negative. 8B by 3 minus 3B minus B by 3 upon 8B by 3. I'm getting minus 1 by 8. Now you realize it. See, if I made B saving 0, A had a positive saving. But when I made A saving 0, B had a negative saving. So in all the cases, B saving is less than A saving. Answer is A. Clear? नहीं ऐड का ऐसा मत करो क्योंकि you do not know what the exact income is. They're two different people altogether. आया मजा? Such a logical question, isn't it? Pure logic. Satvik, it's not lengthy. I just solve it very slow. This can be done orally. Orally kare? You can do it orally as well. I'll explain again in a different way, not in the same way. The same way you can rewatch, right? Anyways, you will have to revise things. So now I'll do it orally without doing a lot of calculation. Calculation to hoga, but we'll be doing it orally. So instead of assuming both to be 0 at two different points of time, let's assume only one to be 0. Okay? I did both the things so as to make you aware that it will be same. Even if it is happening in one case, दूसरा तो होगा ही ना. So you don't need to do it for both of them. So now let us do it orally. देखो, if I want to make this 0, I can put A as 3 and B as 4. Isn't it? Yes or no? 4 3s are 12, 3 4s are 12, minus 0 हो गया. Yes or no? नहीं तमन्ना मत लो. Do not assume anything. Don't assume income to be anything. You will be stuck. So when I tried to make this 0, then A came 3, B came 4. Let us put A as 3 over here and B as 4. What do I get? 3 3s are 9, minus 2 4s are 8. I'm getting 1. This is positive. So when B is saving nothing, 0 units, A is still saving 1 unit. That means A is more. Khatam. Clear. Ho gaya. In less than 10 seconds, you'll get the answer. निष्ठा भी समझ में आ गया? No, Ramu, A is not negative. See? Why am I assuming saving to be 0? ताकि आसान हो जाए कैलकुलेट करना. So if 1 is 0, that is positive. तो पॉजिटिव वाला ही ऊपर होगा ना. अगर एक को 0 दूसरा नेगेटिव हो गया तो 0 वाला ही ऊपर होगा. That's it. No, don't take LCM. Diksha, of course, it will take a lot of time. It is clear to all of you. 3 into 3 होगा ना भाई. Bhubaneswari. A is 3, B is 4. 3 into 3 is 9. That's it. हो गया. That's it. Solved. छोटा कर दिया तो प्रॉब्लम हो रही है. कितना जल्दी कैसे हो गया? No, Sagar. That is not the right way. Nandita. Okay, listen very carefully. The absolute value is not known. We don't know the income, we don't know the expenditure, we don't know the saving, we don't know anything. Yes or no? We don't know anything. But the moment we come at this point, so if I make the saving as 0, the saving as a part of his income, ये करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. अगर saving is 0 हो गया, question says whose saving as a proportion of his income are higher. So if saving is 0, so whatever income is, the saving upon income will be 0 only, isn't it? Koganti, bilkul right. Koganti Madhav, exactly. It's the same thing, that you're saying. The same thing in a different way. All of you got it. That is why I try to make it 0. That's the only reason. Gaurav, exactly. That's what. Coming to next one. Note this down. It is nothing but the properties. Yes, no, not trial and error. What we did here is not trial and error. It was pure logic. Trial error तब होता है जब कोई 100 मान लेगा 200 मान लेगा, that is trial error. Putting it 0 has got a logical perspective. Note it down. Note this down in the comment. Just tell me noted or take the screenshot and keep it with you. This is part of the notes. Done. I'll move ahead to the next question. Okay. Let's solve this question. I don't think this question deserves to be solved. Or does it? Everyone can do it, right? Solving it, A will be equal to 5B by 3. Put the values, get the answer. Or A by B is equal to 5 by 3. Take the componendo and dividendo. Let's move forward. All right. Shinchan, what happened? ये गलत लिखा है, बिल्कुल सही. There's A minus B. A plus B upon A minus B. Shinchan, good. You pointed it out. The typing mistake. A plus B upon A minus B. All right. Proportionality and mean proportion. So now this is very important. So we say things are in proportion or continued proportion when A by B is equal to B by C. Denominator of the first ratio is equal to numerator of second ratio, which means B square is equal to AC, which also means B is equal to square root of AC. We call B as the mean proportion. All right. We call A as the first proportion. We call B as the second proportion. We call C as the third proportion. By the way, B also happens to be mean proportion. All right. Clear? Cool. Just the nomenclature, nothing more here. let us do a few questions. Given that P, Q, R are in continued proportion and Q, R, S are also in continued proportion, if Q upon R is 2 by 3 and all the four numbers are positive integers, what is the minimum possible value of P plus S? Okay. Continued proportion, so P by Q is equal to Q by R. And Q by R is equal to R by S. That is what is given here. Q by R is 2 by 3. That is known to us already. Q by R is 2 by 3. This guy is 2 by 3, which means P by Q is also 2 by 3 and R by S is also 2 by 3. Yes or no? Right? Yeah. And I was waiting for you to go ahead with this. मैं तो बता ही दूंगा. We have to find the minimum possible value of P plus S. Minimum possible. How do you know, Ishan? ईशान कैसे मालूम पड़ गया? Okay. Vidushi says multiplying all. Very good. Okay, Ishan, reflection. Good, Vidushi. So all of them are equal to 2 by 3. So I told you one thing, a cool technique. While we can multiply all of them, and when we multiply, what happens? All the common things just get cancelled. So they are 2 by 3 each. 2 by 3 into 2 by 3 into 2 by 3. All right. So P by S, the value becomes 8 upon how much? 27. So P by S is 8 by 27. So P has to be at least 8 and S has to be at least 27. Answer is 35. 8 plus 27. Cool. So the why R by S is 2 by 3? Because R by S is equal to Q by R. That is why. All right. As simple as that. The next thing is variation, and because a lot of questions were there in today's session, a lot of people were asking some doubts, some basic doubts, which is of course happens because not all people have done mathematics in standard 12 and graduation. But, and as I promised in the previous class yesterday, I promised that I'll be doing something really cool, and I promised, right, something exciting is going to happen. You get to know how all the formulae were made. Remember that? Remember that? So, but that happens in variation. So I think in the next class I'll take up variation. I'll tell you something really cool about this thing. Multiplication technique is, of course, it's really very interesting. But before going, I want you guys to solve one question which I'm going to make right now. The question is, all of you, look at this. The question is, A tells B, I was twice as old as you were, okay, when I was as old as you are. Find the ratio of the ages of A and B. Current age of A and B. That is what the question is. Yes, question 8 by 27 था ना? So it minimum is 8 and 27 for the value of P and S. Why P plus S? Because that is what question asked. ये क्या सवाल है हर्ष? Question याद है पढ़ा था? They were asking what's the minimum value of P plus S. Well, try to solve this question. जो चीज़ देखो एक बात तो है, रिवाइज तो एक बार क्लास करनी पड़ेगी, है ना, जैसे स्कूल में भी होता था. रिवाइज करने के बाद समझना है तब पूछना चाहिए. बिल्कुल समझ नहीं आया तो पूछ लो क्लास के अंदर ही, बट हल्का फुल्का आ गया, थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम है तो यू कैन रिवाइज इट, राइट? नाउ ट्राई टू सॉल्व दिस वन. I was twice as old as you were when I was as old as you are. By the way, how do you like this question? Sounds like some cool quote, isn't it? Tongue twister sort of thing. A lot of mysteries happening. Loops. There can be questions in ratio which I could not discuss today because people are asking basic doubts. अगली बार से ये जितने basic doubts हैं ये class पूरी देखना. Next class will be, I would say at least 5 notches above this one. The kind of question we'll be doing, all those questions will make you high on numbers. Gen question frame ऐसे सवाल आएंगे गाइड में. Okay, चलो, let's try to solve it. See, past and present की बात हो रही है overall, right? So let us do something. A, B, past, and present. So let the percentage of A and B be A and B only. Okay, जो उनका नाम engage मान लेते हैं. Any problem in that? Just to avoid any confusion. It's a mind bender question. No, yeah, right. Just to avoid any confusion, I have written A and B to be their ages. A has told, I was twice as old as you were in the past. Both things are happening in past. I was twice as old as you were in the past. When I was as old as you were. This is where we get the clue to the question. The only present verb here is are. When I was as old as you are. So in the present, whatever your age is, that was my age in the past, right? So if in present you are B, that means I was B in the past. Make sense? Yes or no? Does that make sense? Is that clear? Seema, see this. Is this clear or not? Present age I assume to be A and B, and this is the clue to the question. He's saying when I was as old as you are. So whatever you use in present, that was my age in the past. Now look at this. I was twice as old as you were. Both are in past. So we got one past. A was B years old, so B must be B by 2 years old at that time. Can we say that? I was twice as old as you were. So if I was B years old, you were B by 2 years old. Isn't it? By the way, the time has moved from past to present in the same speed for both of them. Right? I mean to say, the time that has passed for both of them will be same. Which means for A, the past time is A minus B. Today he is A years old, yesterday in the past is B years old, so how much time has passed? A minus B, right? And for B, how much time has passed? B minus B by 2. The time has to be equal. Let's solve it and get the answer. Esha, kuch nahi over. When you push your brain expands, the intelligence improves. Rajat, wait. Rajat, hold your horses, man. Conventional approach is also required. How B by 2, Gunjan? Because A was twice of B, that means B was half of A. Right. Is this clear? How many years have passed from past to present? A minus B कर दोगे तो A का आ जाएगा. B minus B by 2 for B, and you can equate them. Got it, all of you. Cool. So you were saying the question was difficult? Looks easy now? And if it looks difficult, still looks difficult, let me do one more then. Past, present, let this be A, let this be B. Now I will solve this. Gunjan solve कर दो ना. Solve this, you will get A equal to 3B by 2. कुछ तो solve कर लो. So A by B is 3 by 2, you get the answer. इसके आगे ये तो होगा और क्या होगा? बस कुछ नहीं होगा. Solve it. I thought you guys have solved it already. Bhavisha, it makes sense. अभी देखो यहाँ मैं क्या करने वाला हूँ. कुछ जादू, है ना? Now I'll read the question again. I was twice as old as you were. यहाँ पे पहले हमने solve किया इस statement से, अब हम इससे solve करेंगे. Past से करते हैं. I was twice as old as you were. So if B was 1 year old, A was 2 years old. Yes or no? Yes or no? इफ b was 1 year old, a was 2 years old, इससे कम तो हो ही नहीं सकता ना, नेचुरल नंबर, फ्रैक्शन नहीं ले रहे, 1 2, इससे कम क्या ही लेंगे, राइट? ओके, then this says when I was as old as you are, that means a का past और b का present same है, this has to be 2, clear? b हो गया 1 साल से बढ़ के 2 साल का, मतलब 1 साल बीत चुका है, तो 2 1 साल बाद 3 साल का हो जाएगा, and we got the answer 3:2, that's it. तुरंत सॉल्व हो गया ना, विदाउट यूजिंग एनी काइंड ऑफ स्टेटमेंट्स, एक्सप्रेशंस. Good action. So this is what, see, we should know all the conventional approaches, and any modern approach, any tricky approach can be understood only if you know the conventional approach also. So, and that is why I do not tell you the shortcut approach directly, because I want you to walk through this process, the conventional. Then only you'll be able to understand this completely. Okay? All right. So I'll leave you here thinking and trying to gain all that we have done today. Revise everything. Try to solve on your own. If you still find some problem, tag me in the group and ask any doubts if you have. All right then. So tell me, what all things did you learn, and new things that you learned. Old things to pata hi hai. Old things got revised, and new things. If you learned something, and how did you like it? All right, Adka. I'll incorporate this in the next one. Sat Shri Akal, Shinchan. Arey Adka, of course. We need to be open to discussions. All learned properly. Oh wow, Narayan. Thanks. Rahul Kumar, it can be only +2, not -2. Okay, all. Good night, all of you. We'll meet again.